Here by Timbers head coach Phil Neville. Phil, thank you for joining us. Congrats on the win. We'll start it off with questions. Who wants to open it up? Jeremy?
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. But coming out of the halftime into the second half, what was your message to the team at halftime? And did you see what you had talked to them at halftime executed on the field in the second half?
No, I didn't see. 70% of half-time was to be ruthless, was to take the chances that we came our way. I was directing it probably to our front four. I thought we were a little bit careless in the final third when we had really good opportunities to play a pass. I thought we were just a little bit off it, and I thought we would need a second goal to win the game. But I also said the last thing when they went out was I want a clean sheet, and last week in San Jose, the week before, LAFC, LA Galaxy, Kansas away, we didn't look like a team that was going to keep a clean sheet. Now tonight we looked like a team that was going to keep a clean sheet and see and win out the game. We had some really good performances from people, and it was. I felt as if it was a really important victory. I don't think we haven't been brilliant at home so far this season. Free flowing, controlling games of football. And tonight was another one of those performances, but we got over the line. There's a lot of energy in the dressing room, and we're happy.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I want to kind of take a big picture look with my question. When we started talking in the beginning of the year, one of the things we noticed with last season was just kind of a lack of endurance, I would say, towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Looking at where we're at now, we have kind of all of our players in place. People are getting rotations in.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about endurance, about the quality that we can continue to push forward? We're in third place now, moving forward. What's your kind of take on that?
Well, I think you think back to Austin and Dallas last year, Vancouver, Seattle, the last 4 games of the season, the Santi, Mora, Evander, Jonna, they were running empty. We didn't have enough depth behind them. We'd rolled them as far as we could, and they had in the last 4 games they had no sort of like energy to give. I think what you've seen is we've rotated the centre forwards, the wingers now. We've got Omir Fernandez, Ariel Lassiter, Jonathan Rodriguez, Da Costa. We've got Omir Fernandez, Santi that can play in the 10. The midfield players are being rotated, and obviously in a squad like any team, you've got probably 13 starters, and then the rest are really about playing their role, and it's about them getting themselves into a position to become one of those 13. And I think what you've seen over this last week, Paredes has played himself into close to being a starter. Omir Fernandez, Claudio Bravo. I thought Zuparic the other night was really good. Max Krapol's come in for James Pantemis and kept a clean sheet tonight. So I think there are people really shooting themselves forward to mean that we've got real competition for places, and it's a marathon. This league, it's a marathon, and we're going to need every single one of them over the next 3-4 weeks and over the rest of the season. And I see a great togetherness in there, and I think for Wednesday night we should be back to full strength with everybody back. We're Chara, Forey, Pantemis, Zach McGrath, who suffered a bit of a back spasm the other night in Tacoma. We should have everyone fit for at least the Seattle game at least.
Phil, just first, your thoughts on Santi's goal, and then second, so many of you guys are here so far away from your families, and I'm wondering what it means to you guys, and maybe even to Santi, to have that moment where he scores and then is able to go into the crowd with his mom, kind of an early Mother's Day gift sort of thing.
Well, Santi plays better when his mum's in town, and I think mums, I think, are the most important, special people on this earth. I'm lucky. I've got one of the best. I've got an incredible mum, an incredible mother-in-law, an incredible wife who is an incredible mum as well. And I think I don't like Father's Day, but I love Mother's Day. And I think you have a dressing room there full of people that have relied heavily on their mums to instill values and work ethic and discipline into them. And yes, tomorrow we are probably at the other side of the world. But I think when the players are warming up, I call my mum. After the game, I call my mum. Santi's the same. Santi has a picture of his mum on his vest every single time he goes out there. So tomorrow is a special day. We always talk to them about the upbringings that they've had, the special people in their lives, and I'd say that the mums, I think, are the most special people.
Why don't you like Father's Day?
My father's passed away.
Oh,
So
sorry.
yeah, no, it's, and to be honest with you, I like my children just to spend the money on themselves, not me, and they love to treat me. But Father's Day is always one of those that brings back memories of me having a great father as well.
Phil, on a night like where you said the ruthlessness maybe wasn't there in front of the net, how important is it just to, like you said, get that clean sheet and 3 points, especially after the last MLS match, and knowing how busy the month of May is for you guys?
Yeah, I think after San Jose, we have a young team, and one of the youngest in the MLS, and sometimes you need to teach them and learn them. And what we saw in midweek, we saw two probably of the best Champions League games, the semi-finals in midweek, Barcelona into Milan and Arsenal versus PSG. And I know that they watch. So what I did before the game today was I got a couple of clips from those games and about showing them what the best do in the biggest moments, in the biggest games, at the top level, when 11 players are playing 11 players on a pitch, when you're probably the best 22 players in Europe or in the world, the attitude that they show, the commitment to being a teammate they show. And I showed them a couple of clips before the game, and before I showed the clips, I said to them, where do you want to be as a team? Do you want to be good? Do you want to be great? Do you want to be a good player? Do you want to be a great player? Do you want to play for the biggest and best clubs in the world? Well, if you do, you've got to do this. This is what the best are doing. And it was just a little bit of an example to them, because they all have great dreams. I speak to them every single day. They have dreams beyond dreams, these players. They want to play for Real Madrid, Barcelona. They really do. And every single day you teach them and practice with them and learn them that really what the best players in the world do, they do the basics better than everybody else. And today we just showed them a little reminder of what the best players do. And I've got to say, they did that out on the pitch. They did the basics of defending really well. And this team is learning, it's developing. There's so much growth still in this team. But I always think with young people, with young players, they have no fear, and they will never, ever, ever let you down. Sometimes they just need better guidance. And after San Jose, I went home, I looked in the mirror, I said, I need to guide them better, I need to teach them better. And that's hopefully what we've done this week.
Any last questions? Okay, one last from Jeremy.
That was a long answer, Matt, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a good one, though. Just Jo Ortiz. This is he started all 3 matches in the last week. This looked like the most comfortable he's ever looked in a Timbers jersey. Just how has his adaptation period gone, both on and off the field, to get him to a point like tonight where he's having man of the match shouts?
Yeah, he was the best player on the pitch, I thought. It was his most consistent performance. You could see he was growing in confidence throughout the game with his in and out of possession stuff. I thought was fantastic. His adaptation has gone exactly how we thought it. You know, I read the report the other day is that he's come from a league that's played at a lower speed tempo level, and we've got to get him up to speed. And I think what we've done is, I think back to Vancouver performance. Then we went to Austin and we said we've got to give him a chance. He played well in Austin. And we've been taking him off at 60 minutes because I think at that point he's been running out of gas a little bit, and we've just been joking in there. He came in and said, normally my number goes up and I've got to play 90 minutes. And I said, well, you played 90 minutes because you kept the tempo throughout the game. Shannon Murray, the coach, has been working individually with him every single day about speeding up his play, reacting to both loose balls and to the speed of the game. And I honestly think we've got a real good player on our hands, and I think his composure on the ball, he's different to the other midfield players we've got, and again, he's improving every single week.
Okay, we'll wrap there. Thanks, Coach.